Assalamu alaikum everyone. So I think I think the trades based on our last week's top-down analysis actually went well. I think except for Euro Audi, which I was anticipating sales initially, but market decided to start buying. So the best thing to do was to follow the trend. Uh, so let me just make a quick recap on what happened on Euro Audi before we make our projected weekly review. So I think last week before Monday, as I told you guys, I think I drew this out. So I was seeing if market was going to continue lower, meaning breaking these lows here. So if market had broken these lows and then price this swing point was able to reject price downwards, I would have continued downwards towards this uh, daily sell side, but price was respecting this daily order block. So when Monday opened, we had price pushing higher. So that was the beginning of a short-term trend. And I think I identified this market structure shift last week before uh, this week began. So I think I took a buy here actually, which I was topped out around here. I identified this zone market respecting this fair value gap or another break here. So I was anticipating market to continue higher, but I was targeting these levels, but market decided to start selling, which stopped me out. But it came back, mitigated our daily order block again. And then when I identified the market structure shift on our daily time frame, which is this. So the best thing to do, since market was not selling as I anticipated, market was in a bit of it. It was actually in an overall downtrend, but I think the currency pair was trying to recover. So I had a market structure shift here. And then obviously I was going to look for buys. So I identified my position and then looked for buys. So there was news on the Euro Audi. Yeah, there was news on Euro Audi, I think on Wednesday also, I can't remember. But then news on Euro in the morning, that was when did I even take this trade? On Thursday. Yeah, on Thursday. Made market to respect our 4 hour order block. It came with a strong impulsive move to the downside and then market respected our 4 hour block. So with this, it was enough for me to take a trade. I used my Fibonacci levels to measure this swing point, market respecting 50% of the level and went to my 1 hour, wait for confirmation, meaning a displacement upwards, fair value gap, market coming back to respect my 1 hour order block and then target any of these swing points. So 78 pips was enough for me because that is already 2.7 risk to reward ratio. But my overall draw on liquidity was this swing point here. And I think, okay, yes, market tagged it today, but since on Thursday now, I was done with my trade. So that is just the weekly recap I have on this. But actually, there was a sell here. There was a sell here I couldn't identify quickly because this obviously a break to the downside. Failure swing here, we have liquidity here. So this strong displacement is telling you what market is coming to attack this lows here. So wait for market to draw into if those I prefer using flip, but sometimes I do use my Fibonacci level to measure my swings. 50% of the level, identify your breaks in lower time frame or any of this mitigation. Our break, we have our break here on market structure shift here. Market coming back to mitigate our 1 hour order block here. So with a good displacement to the downside, it will have been a nice trade, but I was so busy this week. So some of the trades that happened, I could not take them. But after this sales, market respecting our daily order block, a good shoot to the top side, market structure shift coming back, a good displacement from 4 hour order block. So I identified this fair value gap here without waiting for my break of structure to have this buy here, and unemployment rate came out and market was for the dollar, so had good buys here. So heading into next week, let's see. I think if obviously this where I'll be targeting overall, I'll be targeting here. My final draw on liquidity should be around here, even though it's a lot of pips, but I'll be targeting any of these highs here going into next week. I didn't trade today, otherwise this will have been a good flip zone for me to have looked for buy, but I didn't trade today, so this will have been a good flip zone. Now buy side market taking out buy side price supporting, market supporting these levels, good breaks to the top side, and using any of these other block here. You can use this other block at least target this highs here. But heading into next week, I'll be looking to see if price breaks this buy side here. If it holds, or maybe I'll wait for market drawing into this fair value gap when market supports, and then I'll look for my pattern, my liquidity sweep breakout structure, and waiting for market to reach any of the highs I can target. I'm not targeting plenty pips up to that. This level is too far for me. Maybe I'll target any of these highs here. So I think EUR/USD also is very straightforward. If market doesn't continue higher, maybe we have market structure shift on daily to the lowest to the downside, and I notice market mitigating bearish point of interest and going low. So we are not loyal to our buyers, we are loyal to what the market presents to us. So heading into our next currency, Euro/USD. Euro/USD actually gave us good sales also, but I was busy. I was only able to trade Euro/USD this week. So from our Monday here, already there was a flip here. So from Monday we had market was drawing into that level which I anticipated, and then looking for my pattern to continue lower, which I told you guys I'll be targeting where this sell side. So on Monday, actually this was my point of interest. I was waiting for market to draw into this level to sell, but unfortunately market didn't reach that level, so I was having a pending order here. But this was this high when market opened. I think let me just delete this to make it straightforward. But usually when I have a flip, I don't really wait for market to come directly. I was also busy, but any of these breaks here will have validated a sell. Any of these breaks here, if you notice any of this break here, any pullback, especially pullback during New York session open, that should be around 130 if you trade what do you call it, time and price. But here also we have good fair value gaps here, so market coming to mitigate our 50% level breaks to the downside, then a push here also will have been a very good sell, which I analyzed this after this happened. So I was just trying to study the moves I missed. So this will have been, guys, if you guys were attentive enough to watch the market when it happened, this will have been a nice sell. It's quite straightforward. We have breaks here to the downside, fair value gap displacement from the fair value gap break of structure, market coming back to mitigate our bearish point of interest. So that is also a straightforward this thing. So market tagged our buy side with strong buys. So you can see market might continue rallying to the downside. So if next week also I think I'll still look for sales here. I'm still looking for sales if I'm able to catch any. Though I'll prefer market to break this lows. Actually, I'll prefer market to break this low. So when market break this low, This will be my overall target, my daily sell side. So I'll wait for market to break this lows and start targeting any of these swing points here. So we wait and see what happens next week. But I'm also bearish on this pair next week. GBP USD is also the same thing. I missed my trades on this currency pair, but it was actually straightforward also. So I was analyzing the market. So from on Monday here, we had markets coming back to mitigate our bearish point of interest. I wouldn't have traded this level. I would have preferred trading here. We had this, as I told you guys, this was the low I was anticipating last week. So market taking out this low, and then any confirmation I see market taking out a high, coming back to mitigate our bearish point of interest. I had a pending order here, but market didn't tag me. And we had good sales here, so this is also straightforward. And GU and EU are more like brothers and sisters. So here also I'm bearish. I'll be targeting these lows here I've identified. Or if I'm able to get a confirmation next week, maybe on Tuesday or so, I will target this order block this, because there might be a rejection of this order block. So I'm going to wait and see how what the market presents. But it's also a straightforward. It's just to follow the trend, get your confirmation, wait for I use flip pattern, wait for my flip, or wait for market to continue respecting my bearish point of interest. So I think this week has been straightforward. Heading into next week, I'm still bearish. If we have this Friday candle violating the high of Thursday, so if it holds, it means market will likely start targeting our buy side. But if it doesn't, I'll continue lower. Maybe initially targeting any of these lows and then continue lower. So I hope the top down analysis has been straightforward.